Hello guys, how's it going? My name is Dal, and this week in Dragonflight, we got even more class changes and tuning announced for the patch 10.1. This past week, we've gotten the chance to dive into the newest raids and dungeons and prove our worth within the Season 2 arenas. Many have gotten the opportunity to explore on the class's potential and compare against others to find out which playstyle may be the strongest. And while some have met or exceeded the expectations, others were found somewhat lacking. This week's update seeks to correct some of the class's performance by doing a bit of a tune-up for those that found themselves trailing behind, while toning down the overperformers, with many receiving even more changes for both PvE as well as PvP and game content. In today's video, I wanted to go over some of the class changes arriving this week in this most recent Dragonflight reset. But right before we get into this class update video, most of you guys watching these are still not subscribed. However, the more of you are mine, the more of you do. So let's keep it going. Subscribe to the channel and ring the bell if you're watching these videos anyway, especially if you want to get more regular content regarding all of the newest Dragonflight updates and changes going forward. The first playstyle seeing some much needed adjustment is the Frosty Death Knight, where a good portion of the base class abilities are being improved in this weekly reset. Everything from all ability damage as well as specific skills like Obliterate, Frost Strike, and Howling Blast are buffed around 3, 5, and 6%. The area damage of Remorseless Winter goes up by 8%. And the disease of Frost Fever goes up by 12%, which allows Death Knights to see some more damage improvements no matter their build or the combat situation. Recently, Havoc Demon Hunters have fallen off when it comes to boss encounters, trailing behind a good portion of other classes when it comes to single target damage output. This week, Demon Hunters are getting a slight boost to help them gain a bit of ground, with abilities like Chaos Strike and Annihilation increased by 10%. The talent of First Blood becomes 20% effective, and the talent of Inner Demon has also been improved by 30% as well. Next, we have even more improvements on the way for the Beast Mastery Hunter, which hopes to increase their AoE output when it comes to content like Mythic Plus dungeons. The 4-set tier bonus cooldown reduction effect becomes bolstered, further reducing the downtime of Bestial Wrath by 2 seconds with every spell cast. Kill Cleave now causes your pet to strike all nearby targets for 80% of its initial kill command damage, which is an improvement from the original 60%. Beast Cleave passive effect has also been made more effective, with your pet's damage cleaving all nearby foes at 80% effectiveness as of this reset. Frost Mages saw a very slight adjustment this week, with all ability damage increased by 4%. While not game-changing, a buff is still a buff, and every buff goes a long way when it comes to improving the overall class tuning. Like mages, elemental shamans are also getting a small damage buff, but are also losing some value on their old tier set bonus, likely to encourage the need to replace it with a new one as soon as possible. And like mages and shamans, affliction warlocks are also seeing a small 3% damage boost as well. Next, I wanted to go over some of the PvP specific changes arriving this week by bringing it back to the class of Death Knight. Since Frost Death Knights are gaining a baseline damage buff this week, their burst is being slightly reduced when it comes to PvP in order to help compensate for the recent damage changes. Unholy Death Knight's new revamped PvP talent of Reanimation has recently gained quite a bit of popularity, with the new Shambling Zombies having gained much better effectiveness as of patch 10.1, though it seems that their damage is a bit tad overwhelming, where the zombies' explosion is being reined in a little bit to make up for the Death Knight's incredible control kit. Recently, Havoc Demon Hunter's PvP talent of Rain from Above has greatly improved as of patch 10.1, where the damage of Fell Lance now strikes your target for 10% of their maximum health. Though it seems that this talent has grown a tad too popular, becoming a must-have skill which can easily melt past your enemy's defenses. Because of its limited counterplay, Fell Lance damage is being brought back down ever so slightly in order to make it feel a little bit less overwhelming. Windwalker Monk's survivability is being impacted as of this week, with the healing of Expel harm reduced dramatically. The talent of Strength of Spirit as well as Reverse Harm are both being decreased by 50% of their initial value, which will notably cut down on the ability for monks to quickly recover during combat. The spec of Holy Priest has lost a lot of footing over its time during Dragonflight, falling behind most other healers when it comes to its overall standing. This week, efforts are being made to help bring Holy Priest back online, with abilities like Renew improved by 12%, Flash Heal increased by 12%, Heal's effectiveness increased by 14%, as well as the Holy Word Serenity and Sanctify both being buffed by 10% within PvP. The class of Destruction Warlock has wildly grown in popularity in Season 2, and efforts are being made this week to rein in on their overwhelming effectiveness. First, the PvP talent of Call Observer, which summons an anti-caster demon to watch over the battlefield, will have its stamina reduced down to only 8% of the Warlock's health, to give the enemy team a bit more counterplay potential. Next, Destruction Warlock's instant cast damage has proven to be especially powerful, though it sometimes leaves the enemy team unable to respond or interrupted accordingly. The damage of Incinerate, which can be cast instantly when suffering physical damage, as well as damage of Shadowburn instant cast are both seeing reductions as of this week. This week, warriors are seeing a mixed bag of changes, with the burst of Arms Warriors is set to be reduced, but the sustained damage is being increased to help balance everything out. The cooldown of Sharpened Blade has been adjusted to 30 seconds, and its duration decreased by 2 additional seconds. The talent of Skull Splitter's Blade Expiration effect has been reduced, and will now be 35% less effective to help reduce on its spiky damage profile. But the damage of bleeds is being decently increased, with both Deep Wounds as well as Rend buffed by 15% within PvP. Though Fueled by Violence does lose a little bit of healing to make up for the difference for the baseline bleed damage increase. And for now, that's going to be the full list of class updates arriving this week to the patch 10.1, and we'll likely see even more class changes over the next few weeks, and potentially even more massive class revamps likely to come out with the patch 10.15 currently available for testing over on the PTR. But otherwise, I want to thank all of you so much for watching this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Have you found your current main satisfactory in the patch 10.1, or are you hoping that your current class receives buffs going forward? And which classes are currently in the most dire need of help so far? Let me know all your thoughts in the comments below. As per usual, if you guys enjoyed this video or found it informative, go ahead and give it a thumbs up. I would very much appreciate it. And as always, in the description of every single video and live stream, we have a link to our Discord community channel. Probably the best place to reach out to me directly in case you want to let me know what you thought about this video or hang out with the rest of the community to discuss some of the upcoming changes. Join our Discord to become part of the community. But otherwise, thank you all so much for watching this video. I do hope you guys enjoyed. Let me know all of your thoughts down below. And as always, I'll see all of you guys in another video.